This is a criminal activity, this blockade. International law speaks to the issue of a set of commonly agreed rules for trade and for the movement of money and governing banking and the like. And here you have a government, because a country, because of its strength, the United States, in the international economic system, that it decided to cast aside the rules of international trade, of money and banking and movement of currency, and institute this criminal blockade. Criminal because it is making people suffer when they ought not to suffer, given the agreed rules that we have. It's a kind of a banditry, like bandits who pay no attention to rules and regulations and just want to do whatever they want to do. Well, that is exactly what a blockade is about. Neoliberalism, imperialism, has entered a particular phase, a very dangerous phase. As I've indicated in my comments, there is a leadership of imperialism currently which is prepared to shed more than ever before any liberal democratic cloak and to use raw and naked power in a manner we have not seen for a number of years. A kind of fascistic approach to global governance. And this is in part because of the resistance both inside of the developed countries and in the developing countries that monopoly capitalism is having because of fallen living standards of people. And people are just fed up with being ruled in the old way, and they want something which is new, and they want to have a greater sense of liberty and to do things with and for themselves. But it is at that very historic moment that the scum of the international bourgeoisie has taken power with no standards and just want to ride roughshod over everybody. And they have made alliance with similar type personalities and forces in developing countries. And both the scum at the center and those in the periphery are behaving as though they are saviors. But it's a kind of vulgar demagoguery which has no content for the people, but which is continuing the rule of the old oligarchy, but in a new form, in new and more dangerous ways, which really it's causing and will continue to cause real suffering for ordinary people in all different ways. And this is why I say the central contradiction currently in the political economy globally is between the countries bent on imperial overrule and those which are resisting. And that all of the questions, however important they are, in my view, are subordinate to this central contradiction. And we have to be careful when we build the alliances for anti-imperialism, for people to get rid of their vanities. People have little niche areas they want to emphasize, and they tend to forget the larger picture of the fight against imperialism. I want to do this little thing, I want to do that little thing. But they stem from this fundamental question about an international ruling class, a neoliberal group. They want to run the world in their own image and likeness, and they don't care what the hell happens to anybody else or any other thing. Revolutionary Cuba and its foreign ministry have been beacons. They shed light, they illuminate pathways, and they provide the framework for the exemplars of solidarity all over the world, whether it's in Angola, Mozambique, Guinea-Bissau, Venezuela, St. Vincent and Grenadines, wherever, in whatever form. It's just extraordinary. And it's a tribute to the brave and heroic Cuban people.
And this event of the present, our Commander-in-Chief, Fidel Castro.
There's Fidel. There's Fidel. There's nothing more you can say. It's Fidel is an icon. That's simply it. one for the ages. One for the ages.
Thank you.